How do you actually make the essences? You know, do you get the rocks and stick them in a bowl of water and leave them for a bit and go and have a cup of tea? Or, you know, what's the actual process of making an essence for you? Because it's different for different essence makers.
Oh, yeah. Well, as I said before, I work as part of a cooperative, I suppose you could say. I'm the only one with arms and legs.
Yeah.
And the others are in spirit.
Yeah.
So, if I get a very strong feeling to make an essence, for instance, if it was with this rock, then I would ask the rock. I used to ask, I used to check using dowsing or kinesiology to see, would it be good to make an essence with this rock? And then I would decide when would be good, because most of the essences that I've made have been made on days that have some kind of numerological significance.
Okay.
And then once that has been sorted out, then there is there's an energy cleansing process that you want to make sure with an essence that whatever you bring in is very clear and doesn't carry any of my stuff.
Yeah.
And I have plenty of stuff. so that's a large part of it really, is making sure that whatever goes into that bowl is purely, simply to do with the essence, and it's not to do with anything else. So there are energetic setups, if you like, or processes to make sure that happens, that whatever I'm doing or feeling that day doesn't go near it, and that the essence is held in clarity and for the highest healing potential.
Yeah. And
that the stone itself is healed before the essence is made. So that many stones have been traumatized. They have, been through. If you think about gemstones, for instance, when I made one with ruby and kyanite. Precious gems have been at the center of all kinds of corruption and horrible things and gold, all sorts of, energies that you certainly wouldn't want to bring into an essence. So when you see the original stone, I ask that the stone be brought back to its original pattern, its original healing pattern, so that nothing that it's picked up in the meantime come through into the essence.
Yeah. Okay.
And then every essence is different. Some of them with stones, and I think it's happening with the flower essences as well. Rather than putting the stone into the water, we very often put the stone beside the water and ask by intention that the energy of that stone is transferred to the water. It's very similar to the imponderables in homeopathy, like Luna and salt, for instance.
Yes. And intention is such an important part of it.
Our universe is formed by our intention.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's the clarity of intention that makes a good essence.
Yes.
Absolute clarity of intention, focus to a certain extent.
But it's not an intention to make an essence for a particular purpose, is it? Because the purpose comes afterwards.
Okay, now, this is the difference between a single stone essence and a combination.
Yes.
You see, with that stone, if I was to make an essence with this quartz, I might have an idea what a quartz could be good for, but I wouldn't really know what this essence, this particular rock would do until after the essence making process. However, if you make a combination, you start with the purpose.
Yes.
And you say, we want an essence to help children who feel afraid to go to sleep at night. That's what we want. And
then you're open to guidance as to which of the essences.
I worked with my nephews, Ben and Micah, to make these combinations. And we spent a long time getting clear on what it is that they meant by... the first essence they wanted was they called it geek repellent, actually. Said no, I don't think we can call it geek repellent. It's all about strengthening yourself. That's what essences are about. Bringing your own energy into balance, into integrity. So we did spend a lot of time on each one of the essences, really talking about what it is, crystallizing, if you like, what they wanted until they were very clear that this is what this essence is about. And then you open it up and allow whatever energy is going to come in.
Yes.
And that's how you make a combination. So combinations are slightly different because you start with the idea, you start with the notion of what this essence is about. Then you allow whatever needs to come in
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So